What's up, guys? It's Punkrock Jared. I'm here to address the issue of people calling me a racist on my channel. Unfortunately, I have a lot of stupid people who follow me who like to make blind accusations and who are simply just butthurt, who get offended over words. Words like nigger, words like spick, kike, shit like that. It's funny to me how people automatically assume things because of words. And quite frankly, if you get offended over words, you're a weak-minded person and arrogant. You're the kind of butthurt person that I would expect from like the SJW community. Liberals as a whole are very stupid people, and you can't reason with a liberal. It's basically like trying to reason with a retarded person. So at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me that much because I know most of the people who call me racist are just dumb fucking liberal trash. Either that or just dumb people in general, moronic idiots who really don't have a brain in their head. And that's fine. If they want to be stupid and live their lives as a stupid zombie who can't think for themselves, then more power to them. Do what you want in life. That's fine. When you die, you have to deal with God, and He'll judge you accordingly. But I don't have to do that. That's God's job. It's not my job. So, you know, um, yes, I do use words like nigger and spick, but so what? So do you. So does everyone else. You see what I'm saying? Everyone uses those words. It doesn't mean you're a racist. People love to point the finger and they love to assume things. Again, I have people who would love to give me a bad name and are just digging for stuff. But when I use a word like nigger or spick, it's just a word. It doesn't mean I hate everyone within that race. And I know liberals can see that, but they're just trolls. They're just trying to piss people off. When I use a word like nigger, obviously I'm referring to the bad people within that race, because there's good and bad in every race. And we all know what the bad looks like within every race, because it's all different. But we all know this. People like to deny it. People are cowards. People like to follow the liberal happy trail, the safe word life. It's so cowardly and pathetic. And I choose not to be like that. I was never a sellout. I never planned to be. All these cucks on YouTube, all these moronic sellouts, they would never say words like nigger or spick because they're sellouts. And they know that they would, lose everything if they did. But I'm not like that. And, basically I'm just probably too real for most of you guys to handle, and I'm sorry for that you're just so butthurt. Getting offended over a word, it makes you look like a weak-minded person. I mean, that's like, it's so childish. It's like people who get offended by names, like poopy head, or you're fat, or stupid shit like that. Just childish bullshit. And I keep it real on my channel. And if I don't like you and you're a Mexican, yeah, I could call you a spick. So what? Doesn't mean I'm racist. Just means I think that you're the shitty part of your race. I've even used terms like cracker. And I'll tell you guys something, man. Growing up in high school, I hated white people. Like, I really did. I guess you could say I was racist against my own race. Because there was so many stuck-up pricks. So many stuck-up little shits. Little fucking cucks. Little fuckboys, the spoiled little shits. They were so annoying. They made me nauseated to be around. I could not stand them, and it actually made me wish that I was black or Mexican or anything but white. Because I've noticed that in different races, is that white people, they're more divided than like blacks or Mexicans, and really it's sad. It's sad that they're so divided, and that, because like I remember in high school, and I know it's like this too in real life, adults. The rich people hang out with the rich people. The smart kids hung out with the smart kids. It was so stupid and sickening to me just how divided they all were. I hung out with the losers because they weren't judgmental, and they, even though some of them were assholes, they were still easier to be around because they weren't racist or prejudiced. But yeah, that's another thing, guys. Is a lot of people who hate on me or who call me a racist. They're prejudiced people. They're the kinds of people that would judge someone for being, a conservative and stuff like that. So the hypocrisy is very, very real. But that's all I really got to say to you guys. I don't owe any of my haters anything, but I just want to try to clear the air. I am not a racist, and anyone who thinks I am, that's great. You can go fuck yourself. I've I've been called many things, and you deal with it. You deal with the cards you're given in life. If people want to think stupid things about you, just let them, because at the end of the day, as long as you're confident in your own self, that's all that matters. As long as you love your own self and know in your heart that you're not a racist or anything else bad, then that's all that really matters to me. So guys, thanks for watching. This is Punkrock Jared. Haters are gonna hate, but it is what it is. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.